Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new, welcome. Today we are watching Aliens. Um, this has been highly requested ever since I've done the first Alien, which you guys can see on the channel. I will leave a card up in the top right-hand corner for you guys, so you guys can go check out that first, and then come back to this video to check out Aliens, the sequel. Um, I don't know very much about Aliens in general. The sequel that is. I do know that it was released in 1986 and that it was, or not that it was, but that I believe Sigourney Weaver had a different hairstyle. It's cut a lot shorter. It's cut like a guy's hair, I think, or maybe I'm thinking of Aliens 3. And the only reason I know that is probably because of Deadpool, because he makes a joke. There's probably other pop culture references that might have come from this one, but I don't know what they are. So I'm curious to see if this one has any sort of uh things that we pull from it as pop culture references and stuff like that. Also, I just had lunch. So hopefully there is no characters throwing up and that sort of thing that will cause me to throw up or anything like that. Um, I am expecting a little bit more jump scares, that sort of thing. You guys said that this would also be a little bit more scary than the first because I said, in the first one, I believe I said that I didn't find it all that scary. And trust me, I would if I, watched this as a kid and that sort of thing. Um, and like I said, I can handle scary movies from the past than I can now because I just don't find them that scary. But for movies from like now, I can't do it because it's just too scary for me. I wonder if I'm gonna have nightmares about this tonight, and I'll let you guys know in the outro if I do or not. So we'll see because it's gonna take me a couple days to actually make this video. But anyway, with all that said, guys, let's get into Aliens, 1986, a James Cameron film. Is it the same James Cameron that we know of? And while I said that, Sigourney Weaver popped up. I know the name Bolt. That's cool. I really like that. That's awesome. But I do know the name Bill Paxton. I just don't know why I know the name Bill Paxton. Oh, James Cameron did a lot for this film. He had so many roles. He had like 3 different roles, 4 different roles, because it just said that he's the director. So kind of opening as the first one did. But everything looks like ice. Wow, that whoa. A little bit jumpy, aren't you there, Mike? Yes, yes, I'm jumpy. I was gonna say that looks like a little bit of the alien from the last one, sort of. Oh, that's cool. The laser goes across the audience. Wait a minute, didn't we leave her on the ship? So this must be the ship she um came from. Basically, it's the ship that she was on in the first one to get away from the alien. So this might be that ship, or it might not be. I don't know.
Where am I? You're safe.
That didn't answer the question.
How are you, you stupid cat? How are you? Where have you been?
Yeah. Sure.
How long was I out there?
You were out there for 57 years. It's really just blind luck that a deep salvage team found you when they did. I think you're damn lucky to be alive, kiddo.
Why is that surprising? And it has to do with how the universe works and stuff like that, because we don't actually know that. Oh, it's a dream. I I really do like the ones with the cat.
Please. Kill me. No.
Yeah, Dream. Or is it?
Now you freely admit to detonating the engines of and thereby destroying an M-class star freighter, a rather expensive piece of hardware.
42 million in adjusted dollars.
We sat down there on company orders to get this thing, which destroyed my crew.
The analysis team, which went over the lifeboat centimeter by centimeter, found no physical evidence of the creature you described.
Good. That's because I blew it out of the goddamn airlock. It was an alien ship. It was not from there.
And found something never recorded once in over 300 surveyed worlds.
I don't know how far we are into the future with this, but you can't be that naive to think we haven't surveyed, you know, everything that we've come across in like the 300 years into the future or whenever this takes place. Yes, it's disappointing that they closed the file, but also I think that it's also a good thing that the file is closed as well, because really it's not about putting it behind them, but I don't think that it's like gonna, you know, manifest itself and start coming after them.
Terraformers, planet engineers, they go in, set up these big atmosphere processes to make the air breathable.
How many are there? How many colonists?
I don't know, 60, maybe 70 families.
I'm probably gonna be lost because they just said something important.
Lost contact with the colony on LV-426.
So you wouldn't be going in with the troops. I can guarantee your safety.
They're packing state-of-the-art firepower. There's nothing they can't handle.
Then you don't need me. I'm not a soldier.
Yeah,
We don't know exactly what's going on out there. I would like you there as an advisor.
why? She doesn't even know anything about it. She wasn't a science officer, if that is the correct term.
What would you say if I told you I could get you reinstated as a flight officer? Come on, that's a second chance, kiddo.
Why is he keep calling her kiddo? I don't understand that. She looks older than him.
Ed, no, and I mean it.
So what's the catalyst for her to actually go back? Because at that point, there is no aliens without her. But the more important question is she going to take the cat? What you want to bet she's dreaming again? Nah. I was thinking maybe the mirror thing would actually turn into like the alien or something. Just for fun.
Tell me one thing, Burke. You're going out there to destroy them, not to study, not to bring back, but to wipe them out.
That's the plan.
All right, I'm in. You're staying here.
Okay. That answers the question about the cat. A little bit different. I kind of like the round circle thing for kind of aesthetic purposes.
Man, this floor is freezing.
What do you want me to do? Fetch your slippers for you?
Gee, would you, sir? I'd like that.
The second one is really giving me Mass Effect vibes so far. You guys ever played Mass Effect?
Who's Snow White?
She's supposed to be some kind of consultant.
Hey, Vasquez. Have you ever been mistaken for a man?
No. Have you?
That was a good one. I do know about that joke, I just didn't know it came from this movie. Again, that's one of those pop culture references things.
There's some juicy colonist daughters we have to rescue from their virginity. Favorite duty.
Dumbass colonists.
I really like that she's remaining silent while they're just, you know, yakking and carrying on and doing what they do.
You never said anything about an android being on board. Why not?
It's just common practice. We always have a synthetic on board.
I prefer the term artificial person myself.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Is there a
that.
problem?
Yeah, there is. A big ass problem.
Official person malfunctioned.
Malfunctioned?
There were problems and a few deaths were involved.
And the twos always were a bit twitchy.
Just stay away from me, Bishop. You got that straight?
I gotta say, I'm really digging this so far. In that the fact that it's an actual continuation.
All we know is that there's still no contact with the colony and that a xenomorph may be involved.
One of our crew members was brought back on board with something attached to his face.
Face hugger.
We were all having dinner and, it must have laid something inside his throat.
I only need to know one thing. Where they are.
Because just one of those things managed to wipe out my entire crew in less than 24 hours. And if the colonists have found that ship, then there's no telling how many of them have been exposed.
So that's the reason for the S, aliens.
Well, I can drive that loader. I have a Class 2 rating.
Be my guest.
He like sucks on the cigar.
Where you want it?
We're on express elevator to hell. Going down.
How many drops is this for you, Lieutenant?
38. Simulated.
How many combat drops?
2.
So you're green. There's nothing that compares to real world experience.
I always say I got a bad feeling about this drop.
Okay. When we get back without you, I'll call your folks.
Well, if you need to see how bad it's gonna be, just ask Ripley. I know they're making a joke, but still.
Give me a slow circle of the complex.
Structure seems intact. They still have power.
10 seconds, people. Look sharp. Vasquez, take point. Let's move!
What's that hanging from the ceiling though? That's just wires and shit. There is no music here, guys. Natural sound that you would naturally hear. There's gonna be a jump scare here. I just know it.
Looks like hits from small arms fire. We got some explosives damages, probably seismic survey charges.
Use your motion trackers.
I don't know how that works actually. I would assume it's like a heartbeat. Basically what they call a heartbeat sensor.
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
But then they haven't studied it either, so how would they know that it has a heart? Or basically track what it makes it live.
Hicks, back up. Pan right.
Acid for blood. You like that, you're gonna love this.
What is that? Well, they said acid for blood, and it is acid.
This place is dead. Whatever happened here, I think we missed it.
All right, the area is secured. Let's go in and see what the computer can tell us.
It's not
The
secure.
area.
Did they check the entire facility though?
They sealed off this wing at both ends, welded the doors, and blocked off the stairs with heavy equipment. But it looks like the barricade didn't hold.
I'm surprised at her willingness to actually go forward.
Lieutenant.
They start moving, I'm gonna jump.
Looks like love at first sight to me.
Surgically removed before embryo implantation. Subject Marichek, John J., died during the procedure.
Pawn, where are your people? Anybody in D block?
That's a negative. We're all in operations. It's coming straight forward. Straight up.
My guess would be the ceiling, honestly. Even though he did say straight ahead, but still. Hello.
Hey. Shh, it's all right.
Ow! Damn!
Watch
Don't let her go!
She's under the grill!
Physically, she's okay. Borderline malnutrition, but I don't think there's any permanent damage. It's a little hot chocolate. Here you go.
May I remind you that the base isn't secure, or the colony, unless they took her back to the ship, I don't know. Or not the ship, but the vehicle.
You don't talk much, do you?
Hasn't said a word at all.
My name's Newt. Nobody calls me Rebecca except my brother,
And who is this?
Casey.
Is Timmy around here too? Maybe hiding like you were. Mom and Dad? Newt. Look at me. Where are they?
They're dead. All right, can I go now?
These people are here to protect you. They're soldiers.
It won't make any difference.
That is true. Ripley and Newt have had the same experience.
Stop your grinning and drop your linen.
I think I've heard that expression before, but I don't think that it's. I think it's just an old expression, not from films or anything.
Under the main cooling towers.
Looks like a goddamn town meeting. Let's saddle up, Apone.
Watch your spacing.
All right, you heard the man. Don't bunch up. Stay loose.
Your transmission's showing a lot of breakup.
Probably getting some interference from the structure.
I'm not making that out too well. What is it, Hudson?
You tell me, man. I only work here.
I like that line. You tell me, man. I only work here.
Watch your fire and check your targets. Remember, we're looking for civvies in here. Nice and easy.
Why does it look like somebody's?
Like some sort of secreted resin.
Yeah. But secreted from what?
Hot as hell in here. Yeah, man, but it's a dry heat.
Look where your team is. They're right under the primary heat exchangers.
So?
So, if they fire their weapons in there, won't they rupture the cooling system?
This whole station is basically a big fusion reactor.
I want you to collect magazines from everybody.
What the hell are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language?
Flame units only.
Come on, Vasquez. Clear and lock. You two, give it up, Ski. Come on, let's go. Crow, I want it now. Give it up.
Right on, Vaz.
And Vaz is the type of person to actually withhold the magazine.
I'd like to keep this handy for close encounters.
What did they? Oh. Took me a minute to realize what it actually was. I really like that one. That one's cool. Facehugger pod.
Steady, people. Let's finish our sweep.
Kill me.
Now that was creepy as fuck. So is that whatever that thing is?
Multiple signals.
Pull your team out, Gorman.
I got readings in front and behind. Look, I'm telling you, there's something moving and it ain't us.
Well, that was a kid fake out right there. Kind of, sorta.
Jesus Christ! Who's firing? God damn it! I ordered to hold fire.
Coming out of the goddamn wall.
I said I want you to lay down a suppressing fire with the incinerators and fall back. Talk to me. Tell them to fall back.
Oh, now you want them to fall back.
Ripley, what the hell are you doing?
Greg, we are leaving!
Greg, come on!
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Get in the goddamn door! Eat this!
I'm surprised it didn't extend its mouth like it did earlier at the very end of the first Alien movie. That's awesome.
The Sarge and Dietrich aren't dead, man.
Can we go back in there and get them?
Fuck that.
Don't leave our people behind.
I ain't going back in
You
there,
can't
man.
help
Make
them.
me- Can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
I think that's a meme right there, or kind of a thing from pop culture, I should say.
I say we take off and nuke the entire site from orbit.
This installation has a substantial dollar value attached to it. This is an emotional moment for all of us, okay? I know that. But let's not make snap judgments, please. This is clearly Clearly an important species.
I like how Vasquez is like, "Are you serious right now?"
Hey, maybe you haven't been keeping up on current events, but we just got our asses kicked, pal.
But I cannot authorize that kind of action. I'm sorry.
So you're worried about the political implications of this.
This operation is under military jurisdiction, and Hicks is next in chain of command.
It is his decision, apparently.
Say we take off, nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
Hold on a second, there's something. Ram closing.
Oh, did another form of an alien get in the ship? Yeah, she stood no chance. I wonder how the aliens know certain things.
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're some real fruity shit now, man.
For a minute, I thought he said fruity shit instead of pretty shit.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
I don't think that's the movie it comes from. Game over, man. Game over.
Mostly come at night. Mostly.
From what she's experienced, yeah, they probably do come at night. For the most part, like she said.
We got 4 pulse rifles with about 50 rounds each. That ain't so good. We got 15 of these M40 grenades.
Is that the only flamethrower?
Yeah, it's only half full, but it's functional.
How long after we're declared overdue can we expect a rescue?
17 days.
Construction blueprints. I don't care. Anything that shows the layout of this place.
I'll be in med lab. Check on Gorman, continue my analysis.
Fine. You do that.
Why? And I don't mean why would he do that, because he's obviously the android. I mean, why would she let him do that? Because she doesn't trust him.
Here, I want you to put this on.
What's it for?
It's a locator. Then I can find you anywhere in the complex.
Now, you lie here and have a nap.
I have scary dreams.
I bet Casey doesn't have scary dreams.
Ripley. She doesn't have bad dreams because she's just a piece of plastic.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep. That is true. That is true.
Take this. For luck.
Well, I would say she re-gifted, but.
I'm not gonna leave you, Newt. I mean that. I cross my heart.
And hope to die.
And hope to die.
And hope to die.
That was a saying when I was growing up. I didn't know that she would say that, but that's something that's always stuck with me is that saying.
They grab the colonists, they move them over there, and they immobilize them to be hosts for more of these. One for each colonist, that's over 100 at least. But each one of these things comes from an egg.
But what actually makes those?
So who's laying these
Exactly.
eggs?
I'm not sure. It must be something we haven't seen yet.
Bishop, I want these specimens destroyed as soon as you're finished with them. Is that clear?
Mr. Burke gave instructions that they were to be kept alive in stasis for return to the company labs.
2 specimens are worth millions to the bioweapons division.
You really think you can get a dangerous organism like that past ICC quarantine?
How can they impound it if they don't know about it?
Just like they'll know that you were responsible for the deaths of 157 colonists. Just check the colony log. Directive dated 6/12/79, signed Burke, Carter J.
I didn't know. So now if I went and made a major security situation out of it, everybody steps in, administration steps in, and there's no exclusive rights for anybody. Nobody wins.
That's it. Emergency venting.
How long till it blows?
4 hours. With a blast radius of 30 kilometers, equal to about 40 megatons.
Why can't we shut it down from here?
I'm sorry, the crash caused too much damage, and overload is inevitable at this point.
Got to get the other dropship from the Sulaco. I mean, there must be some way of bringing it down on remote.
What about the colony transmitters? The uplink tower down at the other end? Why can't we use
No, I checked. The hardwaring between here and there was damaged.
Take a portable terminal, go out there and patch in manual.
I'll go. This conduit runs almost to the uplink assembly, 180 meters.
This is an M41A pulse rifle, 10 millimeter, with an over and under 30 millimeter pump action grenade launcher. Feel the weight.
Setting up is something for basically foreshadowing is what I'm trying to say.
What's this?
That's a grenade launcher. I don't think you want to mess with that.
You started this.
She's gone. Well, that's where she feels more comfortable. I would, yeah, just do that. They have a button for enable. I thought it would be a good idea to put anyway the type of glass where you can't hear. I can't think of the name at the moment.
You've got it into auto refuel mode and it's sequencing, right? That's right. Okay, good. Stay on it. Get back to me when you're back.
Really? It's him.
Break the glass!
Uh-oh. I do like this POV shot though. But that is smart of Ripley there to do that. Ooh, that is. You think kissing noises too?
Shut it up! Christ, kid, look out!
Yeah, she's got a more serious problem.
Over there! Yeah! Ready? Now!
It was Burke. He figured that he could get an alien back through quarantine if one of us was impregnated, me and Newt.
Your dog meat.
Your dog meat, pal.
All right, we waste him. No offense.
No! Gotta go back. They cut the power.
What do you mean they cut the power? How could they cut the power? You're inside the perimeter.
It's game time.
Seal the door. Cover your eyes, Newt. Don't look at the light.
Yeah, you don't want to look at the light.
Let's go!
Go where?
10.
Then they're right on us.
Remember, short, controlled bursts.
8 meters.
Here we go, here we go. Showtime.
5 meters, man.
Unless they're up top or down below. They might be up top. I forget what it's called. Those types of roofs that you can just push up and push over for putting in lights and stuff.
Come on, you bastard! Come on, you too! Oh, you want some of this? Fuck you!
You want some of this? This is where he gets his comeuppance. Yep.
Ripley, this way!
What?
Whatever you're gonna do it fast.
You guys say it's not going?
The ship is on its way! ETA 16!
God damn. 16 minutes. I seriously doubt we have 16 minutes. If you know what movie that's from, drop it down in the comments below. It's not an exact quote. Acid blood. Yeah, well, how are we gonna pull her out?
We're coming!
How to get out of the water.
Newt, are you okay?
For now.
We've got to cut through.
That's a problem. Big fucking problem.
Hurry!
I know!
I mean it!
My question is are they down there in the water, which I think they are.
No! No! She's alive!
Yeah, she didn't scream or nothing. And they don't eat them right away. In fact, I don't know if they eat them at all, but still. I think she's still alive.
How much time?
Plenty. 26 minutes.
We're not leaving!
We're not?
Wow. Until that just kind of looks not real to the eye. At least to me, it doesn't look real.
Ripley,
I don't want to hear about it, Bishop. She's alive. There's still time.
in 19 minutes, this area is going to be a cloud of vapor the size of Nebraska.
You now have 15 minutes to reach minimum safe distance.
Going back down for her.
You now have 14 minutes to reach minimum safe distance.
Now's not the time to be walking slow, but I get it. Yeah, I know why you would do it. So you would kind of be like in a half walk, half run type of situation. Layers so she can find her way back out. It is honestly smart of her to actually kind of check with the flamethrower, but again, if memory serves correct, they only got one and it's only like halfway full. Oh, the watch. I completely forgot about the watch. Oh, she is alive.
Grab onto me! Hold on!
Oh. That's a good shot. But it's cool as fuck though. So not only do they have to contend with facehuggers, but they also have to contend with why though? Well, I was gonna say why throw the extra ammo because it didn't actually look like something that would explode.
All personnel must evacuate immediately. You now have 4 minutes to reach minimum safe distance.
Somehow I feel like it took longer than 10 minutes to actually do all that. Just saying. Or 12.
Come on! God damn it!
I would not want to touch those bars though.
Bishop! God damn you!
That's a problem.
Close your eyes, baby.
That's a cool shot. Halfway through, I kept forgetting who Bishop actually is.
It's okay, we're okay.
Like, I knew in the back of my mind, but I kept forgetting who Bishop was.
Bishop, you did okay.
I did.
Oh, yeah.
I really like this film. I really do.
Get away from her, you bitch!
That's cool. If I'm going down, I'm taking you with me. For a moment, I thought she said Brittany instead of Ripley. I would be concerned about her being able to breathe, but I don't know why she didn't close the airlock back.
Not bad for a human.
That's cute. Them right next to each other. And now I see why you guys really wanted me to watch the continuation of this film, because you guys know that I like stuff that continues the short story instead of repeating the same storylines and that sort of thing. So I want to thank you guys for that. My favorite scene in the entire film was the hospital scene, or not the hospital scene, or when they're in the infirmary, I guess you could say, or the medical bay. Just really like that scene overall, and it's basically due to the camera work and the fact that we have nothing but silence when they're trying to break the glass. I really like that. I really like it when films basically turn off the sound and you just have to visually watch it as well. I love when films just do that for some reason. There is no sound. You actually have to pay attention to what's on screen, as well as when films use the natural audio of stuff and instead of laying music over it, they actually let the room tone wouldn't actually be called room tone, I don't think, but basically letting the actual foliage of what it would be like to be in that environment and just let that play out. And that sort of thing. So like the natural room that you're in, the white noise and that sort of thing. I really like when films do that. And just let you hear what it would actually be like to be in that situation. I really gotta say that I like the POVs in this, because what it does, and I've noticed this, is it allows us to connect more. It allows the audience to connect more as if we are actually in that situation, and we're actually there with that we're actually there seeing it with our own eyes to when they switch to POV. So it's like if I'm actually there, it just creates a more feeling of presence when you're there. It's like being on the ground type of thing. It's very, very impactful, because I feel scared for my own safety when we go to POV shots, because I can't see behind me and I can't really see to the left or right of me. I'd actually have to turn my head in order to see that. So it makes me feel very uncomfortable. And that's what I really like about POVs in these scary movies, is it makes me feel uncomfortable, because I would have to turn my head to the left or right in order to see what's behind me. But if I do that, then something in front of me might jump out and grab me, so to speak. I really do like that, and I saw that they used it a little bit in the beginning, but they also used it mostly at the end, and really got creative with camera work towards the end of the movie. For me, I really liked Hudson. I didn't know that I liked Hudson when watching the film, but when I'm editing back and back and stuff like that, I really grew to like Hudson a lot, because he was kind of the warrior. He was kind of like we're just gonna die, we're just gonna die. He was kind of the, you know, person that really lost his shit, and I kind of grew to like that about Hudson, even though it did get kind of grating after a while. But at least from the get go, I kind of liked that he was kind of like the one losing his shit and just kind of like very pessimistic about the whole thing, and he had some funny lines and whatnot, and I really like that because I wouldn't necessarily call him the comic relief, but he was so relatable because how many people would just be like, "We're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die," and that sort of thing. Um, and again, there were some quotable lines in here that I did not know that was in here. Like Vasquez basically with her comeback about has anyone ever called you man? And that sort of thing. So that I do know is a meme and kind of in pop culture, and was nice to see. And then um I think Hudson said game over, but I think that's from a different movie, but I'm not sure. And that sort of thing. But I think it might be from this one, but I don't know for a fact. Um and the and stuff like that. So it was very interesting to have those quotable lines in here. My favorite line by far is the "I only work here." Uh, so that because uh, I just find myself saying that a lot. Um, I to people in general is I only work here, and it's just because of the nature of what I do and stuff like that. But it was just so relatable, and I just kind of grew attached to that line uh as well. I just really like that line. And also Rebecca or Newt. I really liked her character. She wasn't whiny, she wasn't she wasn't being bratty or anything like that. She was actually legitimately scared. They didn't treat her as a child. Um and disregard what what she said or anything like that. They actually took time and care to um, listen to what she had to say and went about the best solution to solve issues that might have come up. But my favorite line from her was between her and Ripley, um, where she says, "Cross your heart and hope to die." Now I filled in the last part of it because I didn't think they would say the last part, but they actually did. And that line, I haven't heard that line since I was a kid, and not a lot of people say that line anymore. At least that I noticed anyway. Um, People don't really say that line a whole lot anymore, but I really like that "cross your heart and hope to die" um, line. It's just something that is so personal to me for some reason. Like I said, I heard that when I was a kid, and I hadn't heard it recently, so it was really just impactful to hear it. And I was just joking around when I said it before she did because I didn't think she'd actually say it, but it was nice to um hear that line, and I just thought it was kind of funny. Bishop, I really liked Bishop because Bishop was kind of stoic, I think, if that's the right term. He was very kind of methodical, but kind of less so in a sense. But he kind of just stayed in his own lane and only did what Ripley asked him to do, which is what Ripley told him to do. And I like that he actually did it, and he actually gained Ripley's trust. And at the end of the film, we actually got uh, kind of a resolve to her not liking uh, androids just by Bishop's actions. So I'm hoping that she's a little bit more trusting of androids now, or artificial persons, as he likes to call himself. So that was kind of interesting. I'm wondering if the third one will have another Bishop or the other one. I forget his name at the moment, but the guy in the first one that malfunctioned. Aliens themselves, I like it. I like that we got to see more of it. I like that it kept the same creepiness, the same, I don't want to say jump scariness, but the same kind of mood and atmosphere, and you're just waiting for something to jump out at them and that sort of thing. And I like the pan too, the pan in the very beginning, because it reminds me of the opening in the first film. Quite a lot, actually. I did say that I preferred the circle thing. I just think it looks a lot nicer and a lot more futuristic to have them all in a circle like that for some reason. It's just a personal choice of mine, and I kind of wish we stuck with that, but I like it nonetheless. Um, for those sleeping pods, and I like the way it ended too with the I believe I did go back and look, but I believe it starts out with an establishing shot, and then we zoom in, or not zoom in, but we basically dissolve into a medium shot of the both of them, with them both looking to the left or the right, depending on how you want to look at it, because they're opposite me. So I think it would be laying on the left side, maybe. I don't know, but I like the fact that they're both looking out at the camera while they're sleeping. Basically, I think that's a good shot to end on. A good shot to fade to black to roll the credits. Basically, I really like the camera work in this, and I really like the shot that it ended on as well. And that sort of thing. I also kind of enjoyed the action scenes as well. Particularly every time they went into a place with the aliens, I like how they kind of thought about, okay, this is how we enter a room, this is how we do things, this is how we set up for, a fight. This is how, this is how much ammunition we have. This is that way everybody knows that they're not invincible, and this is how much stuff they have, how vulnerable they are, or before they become vulnerable. So it's kind of interesting to me anyway. But I didn't keep a whole lot of that stuff in there because, again, due to YouTube and time constraints and all that stuff, and just copyrighted stuff, mostly kept it to like the action parts and stuff. But I do enjoy stuff like seeing the setup for a fight, and seeing callbacks to things that they set up before. So, for example, like the mech for moving, uh, big heavy supplies that came back. I didn't think it would, but it actually came back and was really helpful too. I did like seeing the airlock come back too, even though that was set up in the previous film. And how we got rid of the alien. I thought that was kind of cool. Like I said, I believe like 2 or 3 times in the movie, I really liked this film and the way that it was executed, and the way that it showed things, and the way that it was presented to us. So I really do love this film, and I thought, this is one of those films that you can say that the sequel, at least in my opinion, does not suck. It it's not as bad as the first. It might be better than the first. So James Cameron did a good job. That he did his homework. He knows, you know, Alien inside and out when he was making this and that sort of thing. I don't know if he actually did take direction from Ridley Scott, but he knew his material. He studied his homework. He actually did, do his homework to actually make this film and make it better than the first, in my opinion. But I think I like this one a little bit more. Um, but I really like the first one as well. So for me, they're both, they're both S tier, if you want to call it that. They're both they they both deserve a watch, and they both deserve several rewatches if you're into um horror and sci-fi and that sort of thing. And I mean, it's up there with some of the best probably in the genre in this genre. So, but the one thing I will say is that I think that this is more action horror than I don't know what to call it, the first one, but more creepiness, more anticipation horror, and this one is more so action than it is actually building up building up that anticipation for stuff to happen to somebody. So again, I think I'm more into action horror personally than I am anticipation. But if the anticipation horror, which is what I'm calling it, is just as riveting as Alien is, then I'm willing to give it a watch. And that sort of thing, as long as it's good. So, um, I think that's everything I wanted to cover about aliens. If I missed anything that I didn't talk about, uh, like I know I didn't talk about the the commander of Vasquez very much. I do like Vasquez. I just did not really have much to say about her because um she's 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 good, but we really don't learn much about her other than she's the total should be like the total female badass next to Ripley and that sort of thing. But they both have their they both have different ways of being badasses in a sense. But uh I think that's all I wanted to basically cover for now about Aliens until I watch it a few more times. Besides just watching it for the first time and then editing it, I think I want to get more. I want to watch it a couple more times on my own without actually kind of studying the film to see if I actually enjoy it a little bit more, and that sort of thing. But I did not have nightmares after watching this, which is surprising because again, I really only do films that could actually happen to you versus films that don't, and it was kind of nice to go to bed, to go to sleep and not dream about what I'd just watched um that night. So anyway, but anyway, I thought I'd let you guys know since I told you in the intro what I was hoping for, and that 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 did not actually happen. I did not have nightmares about aliens. So anyway, just a side note that I had almost forgot to include in this. But anyway, guys, um, that's my thoughts on Aliens. I am looking forward to Aliens 3, but I want to know from you guys if I should watch Predator 2 and then watch Alien versus Predator and then Aliens 3, or if the order needs to be changed. In what order should I watch? Um, what order should I watch the next one? The next ones in? Should I watch Predator 2 now before I go to Aliens 3, or should I watch like Predator 2 and then um Alien versus Predator and then Aliens 3, or how does that work? Because I know that they were released at different times, but I'm not really sure about kind of the order in which things go as far as that goes, as far as the narrative for Alien versus Predator, because I do plan to get back into Predator 2 and Predator and Aliens 3 at some point, but it won't probably be until October until I do, because I want to save those movies for the uh Halloween time frame. I do have other movies planned for Halloween, but I do want to save some of that for the Halloween time, and that sort of thing. But since there was such an overwhelming demand for Aliens, I just thought I'd go ahead and do it here in March. Just to kind of satisfy your hunger for something that is scary and something that is in the horror genre and that sort of thing. So let me know down in the comments below about the orders and that sort of thing, and which one would be best to kind of keep in line with Alien vs Predator, so I can kind of keep track of what has happened versus what has not happened, at least in that universe. Because I don't know, because of the way it's split up over the two franchises. But with all that being said, guys, I think that's all that I have for you in this video. Let me know what your thoughts are. Do consider commenting, and subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you, guys.